Hey guys, Bowler here with a Q&A talking about future updates of SSF2 and more with one of the lead developers on Super Smash Bros. 2, TSON. These were questions submitted by you guys on my Discord server and I tried to get to as many as possible, although I was not able to get to all of them, so hopefully you guys will still enjoy. Anyways, let's get into the first question. Alright, well, the next question comes from NATEY. He asks, who do you think, in your opinion, will be a top tier in the next update?
Subject to change, obviously.
Right, because it's not out yet.
With everything having higher gravity, I think characters that are very combo based and have strong horizontal kill moves are going to be really well off just due to the nature of how it looks. I don't think I should say a specific character because if we make like drastic changes to them before they go live, then yeah, it'll be really awkward. They'll be like, what were you thinking, TSON? You don't know anything about balance. So I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
Which character do you think will have the biggest nerf coming into the next patch from this one?
There will not be large nerfs next patch. Winky face. Well, we gotta add a footnote because I feel like I'm gonna cause mass panic. With this coming patch, as far as nerfs, you will find that we are being very conservative because, as I said before, we want high power. So the things that cause problems will get small nerfs so that they work very similarly, but they're just not as good. So hopefully that makes you feel better.
Moving on from balancing, Blue GROVYLE wants to know, are there any plans for SSF2 to be featured at any more events this year, similar to SmashCon and Apex 2015 in the past?
Yep, we're going to be at SmashCon this year. It's just looking like SmashCon so far, I think. We're trying not to be frivolous with our spending because we're unpaid fan game developers. So we try and do one event a year.
So this question comes from Daddy WALUIGI. He wants to know if you have any plans to add custom outfits similarly to Dr. Mario or Mr. L costumes for Mario and Luigi.
Accessory costumes, which we teased, we were having a lot of technical issues with. So we're still trying to get those working in a way that it works with all the animations. Because basically what happened was it worked, but like the first frame of every animation, if you were using the not accessorized costume, you'd still see the accessory, which obviously is a problem. Mr. L, we'd have to like do stuff beyond like accessorizing and beyond recoloring, and the only reasonable way to do that is to just have a separate character file. And because our character files are under such, they're getting changes so often, I feel like it just doesn't make sense at this time to like try and do that. Yeah, it would really mess up the file size too. I don't think you'll see costumes like that.
Crepicool is asking, are there still any plans to add a story mode to SSF2 eventually?
I'm gonna be candid. Our time is limited, so I don't think it will happen, but never say never.
CBSLAYER wants to know, is SSF2 going to be ported to another engine anytime soon because of the death of Flash in 2020?
So I gotta say, I'm really proud of where the game is right now. Maybe not the community, but the game. Yeah, and I think that with the way that we work on it is so optimized that if we had to remake the game in another engine, no one would want to work on it. Trying to choose my words carefully. I think that we would be better off using our time on something else, to be honest. I think 10 years is a very long time to be working for free on something, and some of us are engaged, some of us are married, some of us own our own houses now. Personal opinion, not the McLeod Gaming like opinion here, but I would like to work on something
different?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you guys think about the footstool mechanic, and do you ever plan to bring that to SSF2?
I like footstooling. I think that official titles kind of screw it up with the whole not being able to tech deal, where it's just like used for infinite and nothing else. But I think that, again, this is one of those things where it's just like we have 40 characters and you have to make a footstool animation. So we're just too late in the game to add that, and Brawl came out too late in the game to add that.
Invalid would like to know, can Wario mains expect any major changes to the character in the coming balance patch?
Wario next patch is scary. I don't want to say too much, but the gravity changes make him so hype. I'm so excited, and I hope that people actually give him a fair chance this time.
Rabbits would like to know, will the devs ever work on an original platform fighter together one day like Rivals of Aether?
I hope so. I think that would be awesome, and I think after the learning experience that was the Jam Fury, that we may want to do something like that. And I think that the timing would be coming up very soon to announce something like that if we were going to do something like that. Winky face.
Is from CJ. He asks, will any of the previously confirmed stages, such as Venus Lighthouse, ever see the light of day again?
Okay, so Venus Lighthouse is in an interesting place because we have so many stages now that we have to be careful with the ones that we add and make sure that they're fun to play on, or else they're just taking up room. And the old layout of Venus Lighthouse I was not super happy with, and I feel like a lot of other devs feel the same way. Yeah, the moving stages are in the same kind of situation. It was just too buggy. It just didn't feel right. So until they...
Oh, like Self-Go? And
yeah, until we can make Self-Go and these other stages feel right and be fun to play on, they won't be coming back.
Effervescence wants to know, do you factor in complaints from competitive players when balancing and making character changes?
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to be a developer that's so connected to the community. I think that there is no way that I can do right in a lot of situations when it comes to balance. So kind of our mentality is, we'll hear you out, we'll write it down, and we'll revisit it. And plus, like, people will give me laundry lists of changes that they want added to the game, but they don't know what the state is of the private build. So if I go and line after line just implement everything that they're asking for, that character may have already been changed. Everyone is a self-proclaimed balance expert right now. And it's so frustrating to deal with. And that's one of my least favorite things about being a fan game developer, because people just get crazy about it.
Alright, so this next question comes from JKTRACE. How do you distinguish between a character being overpowered or just super annoying?
Okay, so yeah, that's a really important question, and I'm glad that someone asked that. That one comes almost entirely down to community feedback. I feel like the community does a 10 out of 10 job of deciding when things are annoying. When it comes to overpowered, I feel like that's a call that the balancers have to make with relation to the rest of the cast, because there's a lot of times that a character is overpowered but no one plays them, so no one notices. It's a balancing act. You have to look at the kit of a character and kind of take it from there. Look at their advantages from design standpoint and look at their disadvantages from a design standpoint. We have all those things in mind when we're making the characters. So if their weaknesses get buffed too much to the point where they're not weaknesses anymore, then the character's probably overpowered, which we saw with Tails.
Okay. Big Boy Yeet Man asks, which character do you feel the most proud of?
Usually character design isn't attributed to any one person. So when it came to Sandbag, I think I'm super proud of Sandbag. Sandbag is that's like my baby right there.
Bleach Man the M&M, and he's asking, is arena mode ever going to be coming to online?
Because Cloud9 is the only person that can work on that part of the engine, you gotta ask him. I hope so.
Crepical wants to know, could SSF2 ever have wall jumping or wave dashing?
I think wall jumping could happen, but again, it's one of those situations where the animations have to be made. Again, with our time kind of running relatively low and we have plans that aren't done yet, I think that if we have spare time, maybe we could do that, but not yet.
Doc wants to know, what do you particularly like and dislike, and what do you feel like is missing from the collection of current SSF2 content creators?
I'm a big fan of the play-along style videos where you partner up to content creators and they play online and do unconventional stuff like turbo mode or items or something like that. I feel like it makes for really good watching. I feel like one of the misses that I'd like to see happen is just more guides. I feel like when Smash 4 was new, when Brawl was new, when people would find out advanced techniques, there wouldn't be this me mentality. It would be like, okay, let me post this up so that my people, the people who main the same character, so on and so forth, can have that kind of collective like secret, and the people who use other characters won't know what's going on, and it looks cool, and you know, this kind of like community like uplifting mentality I feel like we don't have.
Here's a question from SEVENZ. He wants to know, why does the move Rising Falcon descend downwards?
It doesn't on the ground. Gotcha.
Oh, that, you know what? I'd never thought about that. Great response.
The move is actually the grounded version. That's what it is. That's what it does in the actual Tales games.
Lil NATEY wants to know, when can we expect the next update relatively?
Okay. I don't want to make any promises because they probably will be broken, but I'd like to think it would be in less than 6 months. Probably a lot less than 6 months. Basically, the situation that we're in right now is that everything requires a lot of effects, and we have one person that can do effects. And it's just not fair to that person, and it's not fair to you guys, but no one's applying to do effects, no matter how much we post about it. So we've kind of just given up on posting about it, and we're just powering through it. I would like to think it would be within 2 to 6 months.
That's about it. Unless you have anything else you want to add.
Leave a comment in the comment section below if you would buy a platform fighter made by the SSF2 devs. Woo! So yeah, let us know if that's something that you guys would potentially be interested. Potentially think about it.